You gon' do like that? Why you gonna act like you don't know? No, baby, don't do like that. Girl, come feed me, don't be stingy. Why you gonna do like that?
Hello you guys, I'm back with another video. This time it's gonna be something different. I'm gonna be doing a story time in my bed. And this story time is about the time that my boyfriend, or my ex-boyfriend, tried to sell me. Well, not necessarily sell me, but he tried to get money for child support by using me. Okay, so let me give you guys a little bit of background. So when was this? I don't remember when was this. This was like a couple years ago. A couple years ago, I had this boyfriend. Let's call him Dean, whatever. So me and Dean, let's start about our relationship. So our relationship was like, and I knew that we wasn't gonna last type of situation. So I knew that like it wasn't gonna really go nowhere because he was the type of person that was always out. He was like a party promoter, so we really never seen each other. We really never went nowhere together or stuff like that. We was just like, and the crazy part is like he lives like literally like down the block and like around the corner from me or whatever. So yeah, one day, oh my god, I think I have a lot of story times about this guy. Alright, so one day he wrote me like, babe, come with me to run some errands. And I'm like, come with you to run some errands? Like, you want me to go with you? Because he never really asked me to go nowhere unless I was either going to his house, going with him to like the shopping area or whatever. Like that's the only time I ever went anywhere. Or like going with him to like pick up money or whatever, something like that. But he wrote me, he was like, come on, run some errands with me. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So I go with him, whatever. We get on the bus, whatever. I'm like, where are we going? And he was like, oh, we're going to run some errands. And I'm like, where? And he's not telling me where or whatever. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So I'm on my phone, we on the bus. Mind you, this ride is long. So I'm like, where the hell are we going? I'm not familiar with this area and stuff like that. But the place where we like I was familiar with, we had passed. So it was like a bus stop, and then I was like, alright, I'm familiar with this area. So I'm like, alright, cool, because if anything go wrong, I know where I'm at. I know how to get home. Let me tell you something. So we went on one bus, and then we get off one bus, and we getting on another bus. I'm like, oh no, where we going? And he like, you gonna see. And I'm like, alright. So I'm thinking like, now this looks sketchy because he's talking about running some errands. Where we running some errands at? Like, I don't understand where we're going. Boom. We get on another bus, and this is not like a regular if you live in New York City, it's not like an MTA bus. This is like a Westchester bus, like a Beeline bus. So I'm like, these buses either go to White Plains, New Rochelle, Yonkers, or Mount Vernon. And I'm like, only time I ever been on those buses is for school because I used to go to school in New Rochelle, so I knew that type of bus, but I didn't know that number of bus that we was on. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So I'm trying to be aware of my surroundings so that I know where I'm going, and I know that just in case something happens, I know how to get back home. So we take the bus. I see another bus that I was familiar with from the bus that I used to take to go to school in New Rochelle. So I'm like, alright, if anything happens, I could switch to this bus and then get off there if I don't remember the place to go. So I'm just like, where the hell are we going? Where is it y'all taking me? I keep asking him. He was like, watch, I'm gonna tell you. So we get off the bus, boom. We walk in, and I'm telling you, we walked like a long way to the point where I didn't even remember like the way back because it was so long. And then I see a sign, and the sign says welcome to Mount Vernon. And I'm just like, I never been to Mount Vernon that I can be aware of in my entire life. And if I did, I probably was driven there or driven through there with somebody, like, not by bus. Like, so now I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is really going on? So I'm like, where are we going? He's like, we're gonna go to my friend's house. I'm gonna pick up some money, whatever, and then we're gonna leave. So I'm like, alright, I guess this guy owed him money or whatever, for promoting at a party or whatever. So the guy had to give him the money, and then he was gonna leave. And then apparently he was supposed to take me out to eat, some shit like that, whatever. And mind you, we never went on a date before. We never did really anything together. Like he would come. No, I don't think he ever came to my house. I think I always went to him. But like I would make him food and bring him food and stuff like that. Like that boy was spoiled. Whatever he needed, he got it. Like I would always cook for him. He'll always write me like, babe, can you cook for me? Can you bring me this? Can you bring me that? And I would always do it because I felt bad because he didn't seem like he wasn't the type of guy that had it. You know, he was like one of those guys. He was a party promoter. He had money, but most of his money went to child support because of his son, whatever. But so let's see how I can make this long story short. So we got to the house, whatever. I'm like, alright. So I met the guy, whatever. It was a nice house, whatever. And we go inside the basement. And I'm like, why the hell I'm in the basement? Like, just get the money. I wait out here and you go. And he's like, babe, nah, just come inside. So I go inside, you guys, and we downstairs in the basement, whatever. And say hi to the guy. And then my boyfriend's like, babe, he's gonna let us borrow the room. I'm like, borrow the room for what? Like, and he was like, you know, to chill or whatever because I want us to be alone. So I'm like, first of all, what am I doing in the room? I got my own room. Like, you got your own, you in your own house. You got your own. The only thing about his house that it was mad people in his house. Like, but the only time I came over when his mom was at work, and when his mom was at work, it was nobody inside the house. So it was just like empty. But when in the morning time, it was mad kids, mad people, mad adults inside this house. And I'm just like, oh no. And he lived in the projects, and I don't live in the project. So I was scared even just to go in the projects or whatever. So boom. He was the type of guy that he didn't have one place to stay. Like he would stay in multiple different places. Like he couldn't stay put. So we got there, whatever, and I guess he expecting us to do something in this guy's house, and I'm like, no, whatever. He was like, babe, just relax, whatever. We're just gonna chill, whatever. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So boom, we laying down, whatever. And of course he starts kissing me or whatever. So he just what was I laying? I don't remember if he was on top of me or I was on top of him. No, he was on top of me and on top of me and whatever. And I was hugging him, but my face was down, like down between his neck. So I didn't see anything. But you guys, when I looked, my boyfriend was trying to take my shirt off, and then I look up and the freaking guy is standing there recording.
Oh my God!
Like, I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Like, you guys, I was so fucking pissed. Like, I smacked him. I was so pissed. Like, I was dumb tight. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, are you serious right now? And the guy, I'm like, I was just going off. Like, I went off. I was cursing. Yo, I was so pissed to the point that I started crying. I was like, why would you do some shit like that? And then he starts crying, talking about, oh, I just needed the money for for child support because my baby mom got me a child support and I'm about to go to jail, this, that, and the third. You guys, oh my gosh. I'm like, you think that because you sitting here crying, I'm supposed to sit here and feel sorry for you because your baby mom got you on child support? Like, you could have did anything else. Like, but why try to use me to get money? Like, I guess he wanted me to do like a porno. Like, no, like that's not gonna work. Like, and I heard the guy's mom. I didn't know she was even there. She was like, "What's going on down there?" and stuff like that. And you guys, I was pissed. Like, I got my stuff, whatever. I got I had a jacket and I had a bag, and I dead left. Like, I walked out. And he was trying to come after me, talking about, oh, you don't understand, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you anymore, and stuff like that. And he was like, you don't understand. I was going to do this for you. I was gonna split the money with you. I guess he was supposed to get $4,000, and quote unquote, he was supposed to split it with me. I don't know how much his child support was, but I'm sure that if he was going to jail, that whole $4,000 clearly wasn't going to cut the fact that he was about to go to jail, regardless of the fact. Like, that little $4,000 was not about to do nothing. And he was like, I was going to start treating you right, this, that, and the third, take you out on dates and stuff like that more often. And I'm like, yo, Dean, you have to be freaking kidding me right now. Like, you're bugging, you're tweaking, and I'm sitting at the bus stop, whatever, waiting for the bus to come, and I'm like, just leave me alone, I want to talk to you, this, that, and the third, whatever. So, I get on the bus, but the bus comes, whatever, but we sitting there arguing, like, the bus took at least 10 minutes to come, we sitting there arguing before the bus come in for like that whole 10 minutes about him and his baby mom and child support and shit like that. And like, he pissed, people calling him, he like, I can't talk right now, like, he was upset. And I'm like, you should not even be upset, you have no reason to sit there and be upset. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I should be the one upset. I'm the one sitting here crying, I'm the one sitting here upset, because like, why would you do some shit like that? Like, who the fuck are you to do some shit like that? I got on the bus, and then, oh my gosh, I'm sitting down, whatever, I got a seat, whatever, and then he kept apologizing. So it was a guy in front, and he was like, he's sorry, he said he's sorry. I'm like, I really wanted to tell that man to mind his business, but that he was an older guy, so I'm like, you know what, let me just not say nothing. And I'm just like, can you, like, I'm just telling him, I'm like, Dean, can you just shut up, like, just shut up, like, just shut up, I don't want, like, nothing to do with you, I want to talk to you, like, after this, don't talk to me, whatever. So boom, I'm right in my best friend. I'm telling my best friend what happened, and my best friend was like, "Yo, come through. Don't be with him. Like, just leave him. Just walk away from him. Try to take a different bus to his house or whatever, to my best friend's house." Yo, I was so livid, you guys. So he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna talk to me anymore. You're not gonna do this, that, and the third." I forgot what he said, but he said some shit. And I was just like, I'm not talking to you after this. Like, you're a dog. Like, you're nobody no more. Like. And then the crazy thing is that, like, he was really begging me. Like, he was really apologizing. And, like, I wasn't going to accept his apology. Because, like, you don't do no shit like that without asking somebody first. Like, who are you to do something like that? Like, that's so disrespectful. And then I'm like, it's not even worth it. So, the next bus comes. I get on the bus, whatever. And he got on the bus, and I'm just like, he just sitting there, like, trying to talk to me. And I'm just like, yo, move. Just move away from me. Like, go sit in the front or something, because I don't want nothing to do with you. And he was like, what stop you getting off at, this, that, and the third? And I'm like, none of your business. Like, I'm going to go wherever I want to go. Like, because at this point, at this rate right now, like, you're clearly a dub, so just stop talking to me. And he was like, oh, I'm going to get up here, I'm going to see my bros, you coming with me, this and the third. I'm like, I'm not going with you nowhere. Like, after you did what you did, you expect me to go with you somewhere with your bros after you just try to pull some crazy shit like that? You dumb. You were stupid. So, boom, I left. I got off the bus, whatever. I went to go see my best friend. My best friend was like, yo, what kind of bozo does some shit like that? And I'm like, exactly. Like, and child support, like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. If anything, tell that with your baby mom, because apparently he had his son, but I never seen him with his son. But I guess he was like, his baby mom be like partying and stuff like that. She be like in Vegas and stuff like that in Miami. I'm like, well, who has a baby if she's in Vegas and you're out here doing God knows what? Like, I never seen, only see the baby like by picture. I only see his son by picture. Like, I'm like, if she writing that she going out every day, which one of y'all taking care of the baby? And if she do got you on child support and you have the baby, that's not right. Like, y'all need to fix that. Like, you need to be putting her on child support. Like, what are you doing? Like, and he was just like upset. Like, and I'm just like, you just got the nerve to sit there and be upset. Like, my best friend was going off. He was like, my best friend went off like, you want me to beat him up? Like, and I'm just like, yo, honestly, at this point, like, and then he raised me. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I want to see you. Like, I'm supposed to come see you after you did that? Peace to you. No. You're a dog. But, yeah, long story short, I seen him one day, whatever, and of course he was asking me to go do something for him, and I was just like, no, like, no, like, why, no. Oh, he apologized, whatever. Do I accept his apology? No, because you don't do nothing like that to nobody. You know, that's some shit you don't do to nobody. But yeah, you guys, if you want to hear more story times about my life and about Dean, because it's more, there's more story times about him. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. A little bit different. I'm going to do a hair tutorial as well as a makeup video